Good morning. So I do not have the coronavirus. I am still at school. I just am working on the yearbook this morning because we have a big deadline this week. So I had to finish several pages. So that's where I am. But I did want to give you this lesson. This is our next unit. It's called Zero Product Property. If you're at home today and you're watching this, I still expect you to do these notes. You just need to write them down on your own in your own journal, because it is something that we're going to be tested over. So I need you to act like you're just going to be there for just a short term, and we're going to keep doing this work because you guys have to learn this information before you can go on to Algebra 2 or Geometry. So today our lesson is going to be about zero product property, and it's just exactly what this title says. If we look at 6 times 0, we know that equals 0, right? Because anything times 0 is 0. And so the same thing is over here. 0 times a negative 3 is going to be 0. So if the product equals 0, then a factor of it has to be 0. Because the thing that makes the answer be 0 is that there's something you're multiplying or dividing by that makes it be 0 as well. So there has to be at least one factor that is 0. So if you have any number times any other number and that equals 0, what can you assume about those two numbers? One must be 0. Now, if we look at this binomial here, these binomials that are multiplied together, x plus 3 times x plus 6 equals 0, we could set each one of these to 0 to figure out what x is going to be. There's going to be two answers. You'll always have two answers. And you set each one equal to 0. So here, let's do the first one. X plus 3 equals 0. Just taking this and setting it equal to 0 to figure out what that would be. So we're going to move the 3 to the other side. So it's x equals negative 3. Okay? That's pretty easy. That's one answer. We're going to do the other one now. X plus 6 equals 0. We set that equal to 0. And so when we move the 6 to the other side, we get negative 6. X equals negative 6. So those are your two answers. X equals negative 3 and x equals negative 6. Okay? That's all you do. Let's do these others. D minus 5 times 3d plus 4 equals 0. So we're just going to set them both equal to 0. D minus 5 equals 0. Solve for D. So when you move that over, it becomes a positive 5. So D equals 5. That's one answer. And the other one, 3d plus 4 equals 0. When we move the 4 over, we subtract 4 from both sides. We get 3d equals negative 4. And then divide by 3. We get d equals negative 4/3. So this is our other answer. So d equals 5 or d equals negative 4/3. Alright, I want you to do this one on your own. So pause the video right here. Pause the video and do example 1 on your own. And then check back with me. Okay, so hopefully you got this. These are really easy because there's no other variables there. Okay, so let's do example 2. Here we have distribution. Okay, x times 3x minus 1 equals 0. Here's how you set these up. X equals 0. That's one answer. That's really easy. Okay. You do not distribute the x inside. Okay, don't distribute it. This is the time you don't distribute. or 3x minus 1 equals 0. That's how you have to do it. That's what you do the other one. Set that equal to 0. When you do that, you get plus 1 to both sides, and then divide by 3 to get that off. So you get x equals 1/3. That's your other answer. So again, if you see it distributing, you do not distribute, you just set it equal to 0. So x equals 0, and then 3x minus 1 equals 0. Now, if this had been a 2 in front of the x, you would say 2x equals 0, and then you divide the 2 off, it would still be 0. But that's how you do the distribution. Now, on your homework, you're about to get your homework, and it's going to have example 3 at the top. Okay, example 3 at the top. You're just going to set them both equal to 0. Okay, so 4x plus 1 and 3x minus 6, set those equal to 0. And then also example 4, which you set 5x equal to 0, and then 2x plus 8 equal to 0. And then you're going to do the rest of these problems. And so you're going to get two answers for each one. And that's all you're doing today. When you're done with that, you need to work on your builder for this week. Make sure you get that done. It is only one side. Your builder this week is only one side. That is my gift to you, to try to get me back on odds and evens according to my book. That was just easier for me when I did all the copying. So I just went ahead and made one side for you this week, which I know you're not sad about. But anyways, this should be pretty easy for you guys to do. Make sure you turn that in, and hopefully you guys should have time to grade this as a class together at the end of class. Have a good day.